Hello there, lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and yep, as the title suggests, I don't want a 5-star island on Animal Crossing New Horizons. And more importantly, I'm going to tell you for why as soon as I've said these words. But anyway, that's more than enough waffling, let's dive right into things. Okay, so a bit of background. If you just want the answer in text, then, well, one thing, why the hell are you watching a video, and two, bam! That's the answer. So a bit of background. I've not been playing Animal Crossing much over the past couple of months. In fact, it was only the summer update that brought me back into the game. For a good number of weeks, I just wasn't playing it, and I think it's just because, I don't know, I had other games to play. And I just kind of fell out of the habit and everything. But since the summer update, I have started picking it up again, and I'm having a right ruddy good time. And it's just as well because I've recently been suffering from shoulder and back pain, which makes sleeping uncomfortable. As a result, I've been waking up early and feeling uncomfortable and slightly in pain, so I'm not going to be hanging around in bed any longer than my body can take. So I've been waking up early, going downstairs and just playing the Switch because busman's holiday. So I go downstairs and obviously it's the wee hours. I don't want to be playing anything too energetic and waking up Sasha or just tiring myself out more than I already am, and the kittens are already going mental and running around because, oh, Daddy's awake. Yes, that's right, I'm talking about you. Are you going to stay during the rest of the recording, or are you going to be a nuisance? You're going to be a nuisance. Punchki was waiting patiently outside for his sister. Oh, you little sausage, I think you touched my microphone. And you know what? For having to wake up early, it's been brilliant. I've been able to get back into Animal Crossing, and the more that I've done it, the more that I've realised I really don't want a 5-star island. I was sitting at a 3-star island for a really long time, and then I finally got it up to a 4-star island, and that's where I still currently am. And I've been trying to think about all the things I can do to bring it up to a 5-star standard, what can I put here? Oh, here's some dead space. I could put something there, put a load of decorations down. Maybe I could fill this empty space. And I don't want to do that, My island, it's far from perfect, and I'm no doubt going to be working on it for however long I'm playing the game. I'm going to be doing little tweaks here and there, but in terms of actual major overhauls and creating new areas, I want to create a campsite, and realistically, I don't think I want anything else. The problem with Animal Crossing's 5-star system is that it's too narrow, and don't get me wrong, I can't think of a better alternative than what it currently has. But you've basically got to have a certain number of decorative objects out, a certain number of bridges and inclines, and it's got to be relatively evenly spread out throughout the island, certain numbers of flowers and trees and water and things like that, and it's I don't bloody want to fill my island with a load of stuff, I don't want to do that, and I get almost slightly annoyed that Isabelle can't appreciate my major talent in design. A friend of mine called Rebecca Stowe, no relation to my fiance Sasha Stowe, it's just one of those things. She recently did an article for us over on NintendoLife.com, which so many people don't seem to realise we've got a website, even though I literally mention it at the end of every single video. And she shares exactly the same opinion, and I'd be lying if I said I probably wasn't a little bit primed by that. Because of course I'm going to be. I read the article, I found it very interesting, and it had an effect on me, and I think she's absolutely bang right. There is a place for 5-star islands, but at the same time, there's a place for non-5-star islands. There is a place for completely, 1-star islands just because they've got no decorative objects, but they could be still absolutely beautiful, and that's the thing about 5 stars. They can't judge that. You can't actually judge aesthetics properly, can you? That's why Happy Home Designer didn't work. I want there to be open space. I want there to be grass. I want there to be weeds. I want there to be, flowers. And okay, I've currently got too many flowers, but I've got a great big orchard, and it's just a load of trees, and there's no real decorative objects. And it's kind of designed to be look a little bit like it's been hewn out of the landscape, which is why it's all wiggly and not just perfectly dead straight and everything like that. And I think that looks so much better, you know? I think it looks so much better for what I want. I do not want anyone to think that I am knocking the 5-star islands that other people have, because holy crap, they're beautiful. You guys have shown it to me. There was a live stream we did a while ago where I looked around a load of your islands, and it was great, and we couldn't go around everyone's island in the end, which was really disappointing, but I needed to go, which was awful. And you've done some incredible stuff, and I'm sure there are no doubt dozens, hundreds, probably thousands of other 5-star islands that are drop dead gorgeous and that I just haven't seen. They're bound to be. I mean, God, how many has it sold? Jesus. The amount of time, care, and effort that people have put into those islands is extraordinary, and it's hugely humbling, to be brutally honest with you, because I don't think, even if I wanted to do that sort of thing, I don't think I could, but that's the key thing, if I wanted to, because as I've made it quite clear, I don't. The first Animal Crossing game I had was Wild World on the DS, and if you haven't played that, I mean, yeah, you've got trees, you've got flowers and stuff like that, but apart from that, it is painfully basic. Like, you can't even move the bridges, which I think I only just remembered. Wowzers. And as much as it feels completely contrary to what is realistically one of the best parts of the game, and something that I've done a lot on my island, I kind of miss the sort of almost borderline barren landscape in a weird way. Just the idea that you're just in this very remote rural area, kind of like Stardew Valley, only Stardew Valley is considerably busier. It's, you know, it's the vast swathes of fields and grass, and I don't miss the desire paths. Holy crap, I do not miss desire paths, because those things are ugly. There's just something to be said for the simplicity of the older games, and I don't want anyone to think that, oh, well, Nintendo shouldn't have put the terraforming in. Of course not. It is one of the most fundamental and important aspects of why New Horizons is so bloody good, and it is a step that the series needed to take. However, I'm an idiot who's blinded by nostalgia, so I want some of that slice of the old good stuff, thank you very much. Even if it is objectively inferior. You may well be thinking, Alex, why aren't you stripping everything down then? Why aren't you going back to the absolute basics? Why aren't you making it exactly like Wild World? Because it's not that's not what I want. What I want is a slice of that. I want a general flavor, and I think what that largely boils down to is I feel like, if anything, just because I left my island alone for so long, that feels like that's what my island is. And as I said, I will no doubt be tweaking little things here and there. As you can, you know, I mean, I haven't finished my residential district just to squeeze all those little sods in one area so I don't have to go so far to look around to see who's got a DIY recipe. But on the whole, the layout that I've currently got, that kind of feels like that is my island now, and to change too much, I mean, it's just not something that I want personally. I've always been really big into kind of rural and familiarity and stuff like that. I mean, all of my favorite holidays, some people go off to Vegas and gamble, you know, and they love the bright lights in the big city and the hustle and bustle, and some people go, you know, abroad and go to, you know, ludicrously different cultures and, you know, really soak themselves into something totally alien. And admittedly, that is something I want to do. Was supposed to be going to India this year, but I don't think it's happening. But for me, some of the finest holidays and some of the best holidays I've ever had have just been, you know, in just boring rural areas in the United Kingdom. Like, you know, nowhere special, you know, sort of, oh, well, this area's got some really interesting, you know, kind of like sights and sounds, and there's a town here which has got a historic statue which is probably gonna get torn down. I like that stuff, but do you know what I really like when I go on holiday? The best holidays I have are when Sasha and I go away to a little cabin in the woods in, like, just like an hour's drive, which for Americans is just like still their garden. We sit down for a week and we basically do whatever the hell we like, which is mainly play Breath of the Wild. The first time we went, about 80% of our waking time honestly was taking it in turns playing Breath of the Wild. That is not an exaggeration. This all sounds very off topic, but I guarantee you it isn't, because that's kind of how I feel about Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing for me, and for so many other people, is an escape, like a holiday. And the kind of holidays that I like are relaxed, easygoing. What do you fancy doing? Oh, I don't know, I'm just gonna mill about for a bit. That's what I love above all other things. And that's what I want in my island. And as a result, I'm not going to be going around painstakingly tweaking and trying to conform to Isabelle's ludicrous standards. I'm going to continue to play the game, and I'm going to continue to do so however I damn well please. And that's what Nintendo originally intended, even if they did also put in a 5-star rating that I don't care for. And there you have it, that's why I don't want a 5-star island. Bit of an unusual video, I know, very different to what we usually do, but hey, not a whole lot happening at the moment. I know I generally end most videos by asking about commenting down below and stuff like that, but I am genuinely curious to know how you feel about the 5-star system and the idea of rewilding, as it's called, your island on Animal Crossing New Horizons. Let me know, I genuinely want to know, by leaving a comment. There, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you leave that subscribe button to grow far too many weeds and flowers, and be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching, bye bye.